welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, be sure to subscribe down below. And be sure to put on the post notifications if you guys do enjoy this reaction. And in today's reaction, I'll be reacting to none other than Marianas Trench. Their documentary called My Love is the Killing Kind. This was premiered not too long ago, probably like 6 months ago. That being said, this is an hour-long documentary, so I will be splitting this into 6 to 7 videos. I'm hoping I can do it in 6. I know it is a lot of reaction videos and it's going to take some time, but I really hope that you guys enjoy this kind of reaction and kind of just talk about what this documentary is and what's in it. I'm kind of actually excited to go ahead and see this because I've never seen it before. That being said, guys, let's get right into the reaction. Already it started like creepy with that figure and the whatever.
There are truths that I never dare speak inside the house on Widow's Peak.
Right.
I feel the things that linger here.
The voice, I love the effect on it.
Listening and closing near. And so I fear were I to speak, so would respond to me.
Wow.
The deep. When madness takes its promised due, then still I'll search this place for you. How barely you elude me still.
Is that the girl from the album cover?
I'll find you soon. I will. I will.
Wow.
And then I'll raise my lips and say, please, my love, please let me stay. We can be together here. That is the truth I speak. Forevermore. Togethermore.
I got chills. Like, this is actually kind of creepy. Like, that it gives that feeling. Love it.
Inside the house on Widow's Peak.
Ooh. I like that.
Be on the lookout for Phantoms. That's the name of the new album from Marianas Trench. They sold out this whole entire tour.
This new album is Phantoms, out next Friday, March 1st. Album Phantoms from Marianas Trench.
Don't forget to pick up Phantoms. It's on sale March 1st.
It's Marianas Trench. It's a sold-out crowd. How do we feel about that?
Marianas Trench.
I'm dying to go to one of their concerts. I can't wait for them to, go on tour again. And I'd go. If it's not where I am now in Florida, I'll go to like whatever state, but I will be going to one, hopefully, soon. The amount of like jokes and just humor behind like all this that they're going through, I love it. I love it. And for them to share it with us, even better. Right.
So as the Astoria album cycle came to an end, I started having to think about writing new songs again and stuff. And it's always a little tough for me in the beginning of writing an album because like you get off a touring cycle and it's like maybe you haven't written songs in a while, so it's like a muscle that's a little out of shape. So, and plus I'm usually like searching for the sound of the record a little bit at first.
The whole album cycle came to a close and it was great. We got to tour in Europe for the first time. That was really awesome, and we sort of set ourselves up for what was to come next, and that was Phantoms. Obviously, we got into the studio right away at the beginning of 2018 to begin work on Phantoms.
There was a little time taken to re-energize our souls and fill the cup, so to speak. Get the creative juices flowing again.
Usually for me, in between album cycles, it's me first starting to form a bunch of songs first to then show to the other guys. I might take like a week or two off or something and just like fucking hang out, but like mostly I go right into working usually.
He needs his break. He needs to take a break to kind of regain mental focus, just because like touring brain versus writing brain they're two different parts of the psyche, I would say. But once he starts rolling pretty good. So the first few songs that he was writing, they came out a little bit slower, but then the last half of the album came out really, really quick.
The reason I like to have themes for an album is because it gives me the framework to work in a new idea, and I want each album to be like its own universe.
The Phantoms theme came about because we were traveling in New Orleans. We were on tour.
And we had the day off, and I remember Royce and I walking around in the French Quarter, and just sort of, it was this culture that had all this voodoo and this sort of death culture, but not like sad death culture, like sort of like celebratory death culture, which I was really interested in. I really liked that when they had a funeral there, it was like a parade and there was like jazz and stuff, the jazz funerals, the marching bands and stuff.
And then he walked back to the bus and the crew guys were watching The Addams Family.
And I was looking at the setting of that, like the big old, like haunted mansion and the big ballroom and like the sort of the sort of pageantry of all that. And I was sort of like, what if we could get our live show to feel like that, like a fun, spooky time?
I knew it would translate just because of how Josh works. Just his ability to choose the right
Wow, look at that. That is stunning. Wow. I would have loved to have been taking that photo. Or is that a painting? Wow. That is really, really beautiful. I want to mention also that, like, the whole kind of eeriness of the album really, really came through, and that's what they wanted, which I'm glad they pulled it through, because, it is Marianas Trench, and they can do anything.
Instruments and sounds sonically, like strings versus horns, and I knew he'd be able to capture the haunted vibe for sure. So I was stoked to work on it.
Leading into the Astoria album, I had gone through several challenging things in my life at that time, one of which was a really intense breakup after like a 7-year relationship and a called-off wedding. We worked it out in the end now. But so Astoria was full of a lot of heartbreak. So when it got to Phantoms, I wanted to discuss sort of, for me personally, that period of time that I'd had where it was like, her and I were apart but not over each other, and that felt very much to me like being haunted. And so like that metaphor sort of came to light, and that fit in perfectly with this sort of spooky theme that I wanted to do, is like sort of like being haunted by someone who's gone.
I've been loving you so long to just suddenly move on from this. I knew you when, I knew you when we said it way too much to just let it make a mess of us.
Something that's really cool about our recording process is that Josh has his own studio, so we can record as much as we want, take as much time as we need. When you're on a roll, you can keep going. You can stay hours and hours late, or if you do that, to show up as soon as you've booked the studio. I think it takes a little bit of pressure off, and then also allows for the best results when you're really cooking along there. I think to me, Phantoms stands out more than the other albums because it's more complex in its simplicity, if that makes any sense. Maybe there was a few less complicated layers going on, but each layer that we worked on for a long time to finesse the sounds and to finesse the part.
That's good.
Is it just crawling in, or it comes crawling in? You're singing crawling in, and these guys are singing comes just crawling in.
After they don't stop in it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do it one, sometimes you do the other.
It should be comes crawling in.
No stopping it, comes crawling in.
Yeah.
Comes crawling in, comes crawling in.
Hear those harmonizations. Beautiful.
No stopping it, comes crawling in, comes crawling in.
Yeah.
Vocals are just on fire.
Comes crawling in, the night comes crawling in, comes crawling in, comes crawling in.
Come on.
Comes crawling in, trying not to fall, but the rain
Beautiful.
don't stop it. Comes crawling in.
What we're doing is
I just really, really enjoy the creative process that they go through when it comes to like creating albums. Like just to be able to witness it too is just so. It makes you enjoy the album and understand the album 10 times more. I'm very, very excited to continue doing reactions to this documentary. If you want to see more, be sure to leave me a note down in the comment section below. Just to talk about it a little bit so far, I'm 7 minutes in out of the whole 58 minutes or so. We start to get to see how they're creating song by song and just like all the fun that they have within that time. Also, we got to see some of the like recording processes and the beautiful harmonizations. Let me know what you guys think about this documentary and what you guys think of it so far. You know, how far I've been through it. And if you guys have any recommendations when it comes to Marianas Trench, I know I can still do a whole bunch of behind the scenes, but this documentary will take quite a bit, but I will still be taking recommendations if there is any. And that being said, if you guys did enjoy this reaction, be sure to go ahead and put on the post notifications, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. That being said, later.